Hey Forest Hill, welcome to the ground zero for probably the coolest, most awesome project I've ever had the pleasure of working on and supervising at Forest Hill. Welcome to a robot storage room. The Forest Hill Robotics team is brand new this year. This is our first year competing in the FIRST Robotics program. Every year, FIRST Robotics gives us a unique challenge that has never before been seen, and we work collaboratively with hundreds of other teams from across Ontario and really across the world trying to complete the task. And this year, the rest of the team will give you a taste of what we've been working on, but it has been a 6-week intensive build, and we've gone from ideas in our head to an actual fully functioning, fully made from the bottom up robot. We've been cutting metal, prototyping with wood, adding in motors, pneumatic pistons, cylinders, you name it, we've done it, as well as sort of the technical side of programming the robot. Hands down, this has been the most interesting project I've had the chance to work on, and I really hope that you, Forest Hill, consider joining us in future years, because this program is only going to grow from here.
So the future of robotics is going to look really optimistic for next year. We have a lot of already foundations and students who are in grade 11, 9, and 10 who are going to be helping out with the robotics team next year. So we set a really good foundation. We have a lot of good tools and resources. The teachers here are great. Mr. Kleiman, all the other science department teachers are going to be helping out the students to make this adjustment, because this is not an ordinary team or a club. So I would think the future looks great. And we always know that there are going to be great students who are eager to join. And also, what students should know when they're applying to this team is that it's the hardest fun you'll ever have. And this is very true, because it's going to take a lot of time requirements to make this robot, a lot of dedication. You're going to have to balance between schoolwork, activities outside of school, and the robotics team. But in essence, it is essentially the funnest fun you'll ever have. And it's really satisfying to see your hard work come to life and to make new friends along the way.
I juggled my time between school and FIRST Robotics competition, preparing to make the robot by, I don't know, using my time wisely. I would use my lunchtime to catch up on homework or finish my homework instead of taking it home. Usually we ended at around 6 every day for this span of 6 weeks, and I would use my time wisely after that, doing homework, studying for tests ahead during the weekend, and using any type of spare time I had to catch up on my homework and study, and it was really just about time management.
So every year in the FIRST Robotics competition, there's a new objective that needs to be accomplished by a robot. This year for 2015, the robot's goal is basically to stack as many of these totes on top of each other as possible on the scoring platforms. And if you want those extra points, you can take one of these bins and throw it on top of your stack, and that'll give you an extra 6 points, which is a lot. So our robot is specialized in lifting up these bins specifically and placing them on already stacked stacks of totes. And so each team is basically allied with 2 other teams. So what we have to hope for is that our ally teams are able to stack these totes, so we can basically drive up to these recycling bins, lift them up, place them on the pre-stacked totes, and score points. So our robot is able to lift these up, as I've said, but also make sharp turns and maneuvers with the bin on the hook. The bin can be raised to a maximum height and dropped back down to a minimum height. And there's also an autonomous period in the first 15 seconds of the game, where the robot is supposed to move without basically, just be careful. Without basically having a driver control what the robot is doing. So that's the autonomous period, and our goal at that point is to have the robot drive into the scoring zone. That's basically our objective.
So what I've learned being in robotics for the past 6 or a few months is that even though in the beginning you have no idea what you're going to do, you just have to keep moving on and just take initiative in whatever tasks that you can do, and then eventually at the end everything will make sense and fall together.